Hi guys, I'm Daddy Freeze, convener of the Free the Sheeple movement and leader of the Free Nation in Christ. I greet you and I bring glad tidings. Someone called me today and he said he needed guidance. Said, Daddy Freeze, please, is God in control? And I said, no, God is not in control. You are in control. Because if you look around you in Nigeria, look, we have 10 churches on every street. We have people that wake up at 5 a.m. every morning and do online prayers all up until 11. And yet we are, look at the amount of suffering around you. Now they are selling yam slices in the markets. It's never gotten this bad before. Think about it. Think. Where are all the tithers? If you tithe, things will not be tight. Things are tight for everybody. Sometimes I don't even feel sorry for the tithers. I feel sorry for everybody else, but not the titers. At least you people supposed to go collect your money back from pastor. But that's a story for another day. Look around you. If God were in control, 10 churches on every street, then he's doing a shitty job. Because the countries where God is not in control are amazing. Luxembourg, the Netherlands, Canada. Last year they were burning churches in Canada. Most churches have become nightclubs in Holland or Amsterdam. What about Luxembourg? Do they have 5 churches on every street like we do? Do they wake up in the morning and chant all sorts of slogans? The answer is no. And the situation will continue repeating itself as long as we hand over our responsibility to God. You see, when you say God is in control, what you do is you deny yourself the responsibility of taking charge of your situation. The Canadians have taken charge of their situation. That is why you people are running there. How can people that God is taking care and God is in control of their life, how can they be running to a place where there's no God? The Chinese people that are feeding you, they are predominantly atheists. You don't realize this, but you can't even take a child into a church or mosque until they're 18. It's an offense in China because they don't want religion to cloud your mind. They want you to think straight and fix your country the way they fix their own. So my question is, and this question begs another question. So if God is not in control, who is? And the answer is very simple. It is you. Isaiah chapter 45 verse 7 says, I created the good times and I created evil. So God created the good times and God created evil. But guess what? The good times and the evil are already there. What are you doing with it? The people in Japan live among earthquakes and yet they thrive. The people in Australia have bushfires and wildfires every single year, yet it doesn't stop them from progressing. Nigeria, we have no natural disaster. All we have is intellectual disaster, psychological disaster, and religious disasters. That's what we have. And none of them was brought upon us by God. It was brought upon us by ourselves, our parents, who think superstitiously, emotionally, and instead of applying logic to logical situations, they try to dribble in sentiments, they try to dribble in emotions, they try to dribble in religion. Oh God, God save us. Oh God, God is in control. You see, you need to understand that God has put certain systems and structures in place. He said to Adam, I put you in the garden, tend it. Genesis chapter 2 verse 15. God put Adam in the garden and said, take care of it, tend it, work it, make it work. God handed control over to Adam. Whenever Adam lived the earth, biblical theologists would say 8,000 years ago. So if God gave Adam the responsibility of taking control of his situation, why are you not asking God to come and take control of your own? Lazy people. The responsibility of procreation was also handed over to Adam. That is why God did not create you, your parents did. God's creation ended with Adam. And from his side, he took Eve. Finish. You are a product of the reproduction strategy that God has put in place. That is why if a Satanist and another Satanist come together and one is male and the other is female, they will have children. I keep fantail pigeons and we do what is called selective breeding. You want certain traits, you get a male and a female that have those traits and breed them down till you get the result you want. It's like that in human beings. That's why if your father is SS and your mother is SS, you will be SS. God hand not there again. God has put the foundation, the format, the principle for reproduction in place. That is why people who don't believe in God can reproduce. And that's why without a father and a mother, nobody else has been created. Apart from Adam, Eve, and Christ, nobody else has been created in 8,000 years. Please, do you know anybody that does not have father and mother and was born or created? As a matter of fact, there's even scientists that are cloning people now. Let's have this conversation. If you say God's still creating people, who else has he created? Take responsibility. If your children have a certain, that's why even in church, they will ask you, what's your genotype? Because they know that it is you and your wife that are going to create whatever it is you have. And this same principle applies to your society. Whatever you put in is what you'd get. God is not in control. He has given you the garden. Go and tend it. The atheists are tending their gardens. The irreligious are tending their gardens. The pagans are tending their gardens. Even the Satanists are tending their gardens. 10 churches on every street. And we're asking God to come and take control when he gave us control 8,000 years ago. You are the author and you are the finisher of your own situation. Always remember that. You are a product of decisions you make and decisions that make you. If your parents made poor decisions, those decisions would affect you. You had no choice in those decisions. They were made on your behalf. Those are the decisions that make you. And then the decisions you make. In 2015, some guy bought, was it 100 Land Rover Defenders as they were being phased out and put them in storage since then. This year, he's modifying them. He bought them at 40,000 pounds each. He's modifying them this year and selling them at 200,000 pounds each. Let's say he's spending 30k on the modification. Let's say in 10 years, 40,000 pounds will be worth 60,000 pounds plus 30k. He spent 90k and is walking away with 200k a piece. Smart decisions. Take control of your situation. Make the right decisions. You are in control, not God. Your parents taught you that God was in control. Look at how they've left our country for us. Those people who did not put God in control and put themselves in control, have they not done better? Don't make God look like he doesn't know what he's doing. There's a certain level the faith descends into. It devolves into foolishness, from faith to foolishness. Because if you look at Nigeria today and say God is in control, it looks like God has done a shoddy job. And those countries that have no God or worship idols or have no religion or are atheists, look at the way their lives are working out. Take charge today. Stop blaming God for your failures. God bless you.